Alright, hello and welcome to another stream. So today, in the little planning book I have building Phoenix basically. I think that Phoenix has been very underexplored, and I get that the looting ban hurt it, but I think that since then we've had cool cards, and there's a cool new card coming, which I think might make Phoenix actually playable if people are willing to change how the deck plays a little bit. But first of all, okay, so let's look at results from these past couple of days, because it's a new meta. I like looking at results. Let's do that. We have a prelim here. Leagues kind of don't matter. I mean, we play league, so let's open that. Modern prelims. And I think these on the 16th still catch Valky. Yeah, we don't want those. This prelim, yeah, it was the first one at Bogle's Mill and Dredge. This was a fun day for sure. And some Valky. This is probably still before the fix. You can see that the Siemens Spirit Guide band really nerfed the deck. And as of now, with Cascade fixed, this deck is just pretty much unplayable. Then we have Stoneforge. Stoneforge builds seem to be coming back, which is annoying. It's really annoying because mainboard Batterskull with Leak and Spell Snare. 2 copies of Spell Snare? Seriously, these people are demented as fuck. Couple of Timely in the side. What is this? It's for Heliod, makes sense. Then we have some... Oh, I love this Ponza build. Some mad lad, some fucking lunatic looked at Ponza and said, no, I'm not gonna play Seasoned Pyromancer, nor Bone Crusher Giant, which are the best cards of the deck. And I just realized I'm really bad at this. Sorry about the scuffness. Yeah, now you can actually see what I'm looking at. So we have Vogels, your typical list, playing Mana Tithe, which is something. Then we have Mill because Mill, and Dredge because Dredge. These decks make sense with the Euro ban. Here's the control that I was talking about. I really hate that people are back on the Stoneforge train. Facing Batterskull's a problem. And especially with Spell Snare. Like the way they play it, they always attack with Batterskull completely untapped. That's an issue. Then I was talking about this Ponza build. This fucking mad lad said, I'm not gonna play Seasoned Pyromancer, which is probably the best mid-range red card. He said, I'm not gonna play Bone Crusher Giant, which is probably the second best one. And he played like a madman. Actually, 4-0 in the prelim. Not too shabby. Imagine Gargaroth actually does a lot nowadays. Just because Prowess has some trouble getting over Gargaroth. Still, I don't know. I don't love this card. I think this card's a bit overrated. Then Huntmaster because fuck burn. And the single Inferno Titan kills me. Like, Jesus. Playing Inferno Titan in 2021. Like, the card was always not great. I think it's fair to say that. Why is my mouse bugging out? Then we have your typical Izzet Prowess. Cutting a light up the stage, that's actually surprising. I find it super weird that these decks still play 18 lands. Like, I see them losing so much for keeping by keeping one lander. So this is just weird to me. Then again, I don't play the deck. I'm actually curious. I'll talk about it later. Then we have some taxes. Like a fuck ton of burn hate. I mean, Oryok's fine, but Core really isn't a good card right now. Like Shadow mostly doesn't care about Core, and even Prowess has birds, so Core isn't the best. Then we have Scape. For some reason, people are forcing Scape Shift again. Like Force is still a card, Aethergust is still a card. So I don't really get why people are forcing Scape Shift. Like, wasn't Scape Shift deemed unplayable as soon as they printed Aethergust? Because oh, I guess they don't have. I guess Control doesn't have Mystic Sanctuary to just lock you out of Scape Shift for the entire game. I guess that's fair. People are also trying to come back to Grixis Death Shadow, which I think is kind of hilarious because, like, honestly, not playing this deck's playing 4 Angler instead of Scourge. Like, you could up the bolt count. I feel like you could up the bolt count. I guess not being dependent of dealing damage is decent. Still, I don't think this version's better than Rakdos. Rakdos gets to play Lurrus, which is a big deal. It gets to play meaningful 1-drops, which is also a big deal. And Scourge is just so much better than Gurmag. It's not even funny. And then, oh yeah, so people are trying to make Valky still work with Bring to Light. I don't think it's a good plan, but I can't really stop people from trying. The whole reason that 4-color Omnath worked was because Uro negated all the life loss from your lands, and only Omnath to countermeasure that that life loss from your mana base is too much. Too much. And then Goblins. Notably Goblins with Pyre of Heroes, which I think is a great addition. Like, Goblins has some very meaningful 3-drops. Like, sacking a Mogwar Marshal seems insane in terms of value. So does doing it to a Munitions Expert. Then your 3-drops in Matron and Bogart are actually solid, as well as Chieftain is a really solid 3-drop to fetch. And then, like, potting Matron into Ringleader seems like insane amounts of value, as well as potting it into Sling-Gang Lieutenant. So I think this deck's really strong right now, or at least really consistent, which is another way of saying good. I wonder, I've never really played Tribals. I wonder if I like it. I feel like I would like to play Goblins, especially with Pod. I don't know, might look into it someday. Then the league. The league is just huge. I'm not gonna look at this entire league. To all my prowess homies, here's a mono red list that's both affordable and probably good. Okay. Hits all the notes basically. And then the last night's prelim, we have taxes again. Should I worry about taxes? Probably. You know, I'll fumble. I'll fumble around in my sideboard, and then just lose. Like, most of my matches today. Then we have Eldrazi Tron, no, actual Tron. Oh, what are people running in their current package nowadays? Okay, seems solid. I think that not running Tormod script is a mistake. Like, I guess their quick Karns have extra mana to cast Cage or Relic. But even then, yeah, maybe it's correct. And then actual Eldrazi Tron. Chalice probably conceived, not conceived. Probably people look at Chalice and think it's a good card because. Okay, this is something that I want to talk about. If you go to Goldfish, this is such fucking bullshit. If you go to Goldfish right now, it's a bunch of lies. Don't believe any of this. Because, first of all, you should filter this to 7 days. Because the bans have been online for less than 7 days. So that's that. And also, what this measures is they just delete all the decks that got banned. It's like you still get results from like last month, and that's just wrong. That's just plain wrong. Like this list is from February 6th. Like imagine you're a newer player and you open this and say, oh, I'm gonna check this list out. Deafening Silence. Ooh, that probably does something. Sorry to inform you, buddy. But these numbers are complete bullshit right now. Which is honestly super. Maybe they aren't complete bullshit. No, they have to be. They have to be complete bullshit. And like this paints a very poor picture of the meta because if I'm a newer player and I open this, I think, oh, red decks with Blitz, Burn, and Mono Red are really good right now. I should probably prepare a ton. If I fetch my last results, I've played against red decks 0 times. Which is just, I think it's funny, but in a depressing way. Because if we're being real, control seeing play, creature decks are seeing play in terms of humans and taxes. What else? There's too much shit seeing play right now, but this paints a very incorrect picture of the meta. This thing, whoever makes, well, I guess that nobody. This is probably automatic, right? But whoever designed this is bad at web designing. Like this should 100% reset after bans. Because guess what? After bans, the meta resets, especially after such a big announcement like the one we had. The meta just resets, and like none of this means anything. None of this means anything. All right, rant over. So I want to brew Phoenix because, as I said before, I think that Phoenix is I want to say underplayed, but in reality it's not played. And I think it's because people perceived Phoenix, okay, that's not the icon I want for this cute deck. People just, the deck got nerfed, obviously, and people just refused to play it. And I'm gonna be real, I get why, because Phoenix lost its aggressive edge, which means that you should now adopt a slightly more mid-rangier build that holds the early game and then starts turning a critical mass of spells into threats. That's what I want to build today. So a deck like Phoenix needs to have 4 bolts. I'm going to display this in pile view because I think it's better for building decks. Let's go to the oldies. I think that Phoenix needs to have the deck needs to. Okay, let's do this in another way. What are our main board threats? So obviously it's a Phoenix deck, so let's start with that. Start with Arc like Phoenix. Then what other threats are good with Phoenix? Here's my suggestion. First up, Stormwing. You're playing a lot of cantrips, some of them free. I think that not playing Stormwing is a mistake. Because again, this deck probably plays a number of Lava Dart, a number of Gut Shot, and a number of Manamorphose, so not playing Stormwing seems like a bad deal. And I think that these two birds make a really good double threat, but we still need something a little extra. And I think Thing in the Ice is too poor. I like Magmatic Channeler. Magmatic Channeler is a very strong card if you're just chucking spells as your main plan, and it can also discard Phoenix. That's actually very relevant. This can discard a Phoenix to then play something. So I think this is a good basis for the deck. 12 threats should be enough for you to always have some online. Okay, now I think that Izzet Charm is quite a good card. I just think that people look at it and say, oh, this is a 2-mana looting. No. Izzet Charm is supposed to... Izzet Charm, it's supposed to be like a versatile card. It can be a removal. It's not the best removal, but it is removal. You can use it to counter stuff. And then if you're in a position where the loot is good, you go for it. That's how I look at the card. And I think that people don't look at a card like that, and it's detrimental to what a Phoenix build could do. So this is part of the control slots. What else? We definitely want bolts here. I don't think this deck could ever play without Lightning Bolt. Definitely want bolts. Now, do we want any other discard outlet per se? I don't think we do. I think that including another discard outlet here ends up being not ideal. We definitely want Manamorphose because that's a strong spell. Enables all our creatures, which is pretty cool. And now, in terms of cantrips, what are we looking at? I'm gonna include them all the ones I know, all the ones that I think are worthy to include here. What's the other one? The one that mills. That's actually an interesting one. Fuck, Shadow plays it, right? Oh, I'm blanking on the name. What's the card called? Thought something? No. Thought Scour. It is Thoughts. So Thought Scour. I actually have Thought Scour. What the fuck? I think that playing 4 Thought Scour here is cool. Or it's possibly cool. I don't think we want 12 cantrips, to be honest. What else? What else do we have? What else did Phoenix play? Like, what did Phoenix actually play? Modern Phoenix. Get random lists. I think playing Surgical's a bit too... Ooh, people play Sleight of Hand? That looks awful. Like Thought Scour looks way better than Sleight of Hand. Maybe not. I think Opt looks better than Sleight of Hand, like every day. We do need to be careful because... Oh, I see why people play Sleight of Hand, because they play Finale of Promise. And yeah, I guess that a single Finale of Promise is good, right? Like just a single Finale, because Finale of Promise on its own enables... If you hit both spells, it enables a Phoenix with one spell. So that could be good. So that's why people don't play these. They play Sleight of Hand, sure. I can get behind that. Sleight of Hand, slightly worse than the other options, but it does give power to Finale of Promise. Like playing Lava Dart seems like a good plan. I don't think that playing Merchant of the Veil is good here. I think the card is too not great. I think that Merchant is great in Dredge because you can dredge off of what you discard. I don't think it's good in Phoenix. I don't think it's good in Phoenix. The plan here is that with Dart, Bolt, and Charm, you're no longer playing like a fast Phoenix game. You're playing a more control-y version of the deck. So let's look at cuts. Maybe I don't want all Lava Darts. I want to cut 2. Like, what other good control spells could we have here? What's good? What's a good control spell to have? Is there a shock variant that would like to play? Okay. I think that Firebolt might actually be decent here. It's I actually kind of want to include the third one. I don't know, because it's a sorcery to play with Finale. So I like that. I honestly like that. What else? What else do people play? Oh, they do play Thought Scour. They do play Thought Scour. Why isn't Thought Scour fitting here in this list? I guess it could fit. Honestly, I'd rather play a third Firebolt. And now I'm gonna... It wouldn't be a brew of mine if I didn't add a little spice and... let me explain why I think this card is actually playable in Phoenix. Well, here's the deal. Mission Briefing, first of all, gets to surveil Phoenixes to the graveyard. So that's a big plus. Second of all, it's a 2-in-1 in terms of spell counts, because you get to flashback something, and things you flashback count as another spell cast for Phoenix, so it's kind of like Finale, but, you know, not as good. Like, the fact that this is 2 spells in 1 makes me like it very much. And if we want to play a a more controlling version of it. I think that being able to flash back our control elements is important. And then I think that actually playing one surgical in the main is a good idea, just because it catches a lot of things. Game one. What else? Do we want to go 19 lands? So we are only running, only running 8 cantrips. I'd feel more comfortable. This does look like it has lots of removal. Maybe 2 Firebolt and 2 Lava Darts. I don't know. I like 8 1-mana removal pieces. Do we want to include 1 Thought Scour? Or maybe like a single, a second surgical? Is that? No, I don't think that's actually good enough. What can we include here? What would be cute in Phoenix? What spells could be cute in Phoenix? Gotta be honest, I'd include Firebolt or Lava Dart. I think I'd include one or the other. I like Firebolt, to be honest. Yeah, I'm kind of digging this. Seems like it has actually a lot of power. Your turn 1 can be either removal or just fix your next draw steps. Then you're online to playing threats, because if you get to go if you get to go Manamorphose, you do kind of need to hit Manamorphose into Charm to be able to turn to Phoenix. So do we maybe want to add something that makes turn 2 Phoenix more common? Even then, I don't think so, right? Like, Manamorphose into Stormwing is pretty cool. Channeler's pretty cool. Just controlling the board, saying go, is pretty cool. Or like holding Izzet Charm, saying go, is pretty cool. Then from turn 3, you start to threaten to flashback Phoenix, or maybe slam a Stormwing. Your Channeler starts looking real big. So yeah, I kind of like this. Now for the mana base, I think that this is the type of deck that could easily play fast lands. What's it called? Is it Spire Bluff? It is. Could easily play 4 of those. I think this is also a deck to play. Oh fuck! It's also a deck to play Fiery Islet, I think. Maybe not the whole set. Maybe just 2. Like to round off the lands between 17 and 19. What else? What else? What else could we play here? What other good lands are there? I guess that you could play a boil-proof mana base. You could play a boil-proof mana base. I don't think that boil is a thing right now, to try and avoid it. And I do like the power of fetch lands. Then like maybe 2 shock lands. Kind of basing this mana base off of Burn's mana base. But then Island's pretty important to actually beat Blood Moon. Like, I'm not sure of how many islands should you include. I'm guessing 3, maybe 4. Is 4 islands too much? Many sources of... It's like running 7. This is probably correct, right? Yeah, this seems correct. 3 islands, maybe 1 mountain. Because it's always safe to have the 1 mountain. And then... Are pathways good enough for this? The colors are really intensive. Fuck, what other good lands are there? We will play a lot of fetch lands here. Oh, never mind. The list I'm looking at just doesn't play. I'm gonna say the list I'm looking at just doesn't play Scalding Tarn. So it was probably done on a budget. I think that Flooded Strand. Okay, we could play a couple, maybe 2. Well, maybe 3. Right? Is it too much to ask? This looks solid. This looks really solid. So basically the idea of this Phoenix build, which is I think where Phoenix should go, is that your early turns are spent either blowing up things or preparing your next draw steps. Then your turn 2 is either a channeler, which can become an actual threat very quickly, or holding up Izzet Charm to interact and disrupt your opponent. You also have the Metamorphose lines into Stormwing. And then Finale and Mission Briefing are top enders, where whenever you find them, you get to cheat out multiple spells. So this build seems cool. Your plan against aggro is just removing all their threats. As for sideboard, what do you play in your sideboard? So what do we need to beat? I think you unironically play a couple of Blood Moons. You can discard extra Blood Moons to your looting spells, and Blood Moon, like your mana base, gets islands easily enough. Like this is 7. You basically have 10 islands. So this seems good. Is this a deck to need Dragon's Claw? I think this deck wants to play a couple of Abrade to be disruptive. And I honestly put up 3. Like this is obviously like something that's variable, right? Like sideboards are hard to build on the fly. I don't think that playing Arya Song, Arya Flame is good. I don't think the card packs enough. There's so much stuff you could play in a blue-red sideboard. Like maybe you play a split like this to hit Chalice a little bit better. You could probably play stuff like Aether Gust. Flame Slash also an option as extra removal. Echoing Truth, I saw it here. Could probably do some stuff. What else? You do cantrip a lot, so maybe you don't need a third moon. There's just so much you can do with blue-red sideboards. As I was saying earlier, you probably need some form of graveyard hate. I think that you just include some more surgical because they are free spells to play into your things. What else are we playing here? There's so many good spells for this type of list. I probably want Aether Gust. I think Aether Gust's pretty good here. What else? What else? Because there's probably a reason to play like 1 or 2 spell peers. Include 1. Maybe include 2. Maybe instead of Shattering Spree. Because okay, so now here's the tech. Like if you're playing, if you want to test out this tech right now, Engineered Explosive hits both Aryok Champion and Shadow, like the entire roster of Shadow. So Engineered Explosive is actually really good right now, even though it doesn't have any synergy with the rest of the deck. Playing Engineered Explosives at either 1 or 2 is really not a bad thing. Like the only card that it interacts poorly with is Channeler, but I'd imagine that against both Shadow and Aryok decks, you're siding out Channelers since it doesn't really do much in the actual deck. I think those games are won through Stormwing. You can include some board wipes too. Maybe not play Flame Slash, play Kozilek's Return. Does hit your Phoenix, but also hits Pro Red, which this deck can't beat, as is. Yeah, this seems like something very playable in terms of Phoenix. Obviously, stuff like this always needs testing, you know, like maybe this is too much removal, maybe not enough cantrips, maybe, sure, mission briefing, maybe it's not good. The side, there's some adjustments that could be made. Playing Echoing through Truth here because it feels like a solid choice, but maybe you just want Vapor Snag there to be annoying. Okay, but this is the build that I would look at playing personally, and I'd honestly be down to testing this one of these days. If Stormwing comes down in price and Spirebluff too. Spirebluff's pretty expensive. Basically, the lands in Stormwing are pretty expensive. But you know, if they ever come down enough, maybe I'll test them out, test this list out. This actually looks pretty cool. This actually looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so this was fun. I love brewing decks. The issue is that I don't have the time to actually tune the lists, nor the resources. If I'm gonna be perfectly honest, like yeah, I'd love to try this out, tune it a bit, play a couple of leagues with it, but like this is still a bit heavy to get like that, and I don't have too much time to screw around with things like this. But yeah, this was fun. I'm gonna save this list somewhere, and we're gonna gear up to. Why is this in front of me? Oh, I want this. No, I want this like this. Professional stream incoming. Let me just very quickly save an image of the deck that I just built. It does seem cute. I don't know. I'd play it, even if just to test it out. It's definitely something that I'd look into screw around with. But I also just like, as I said, I like brewing decks. This was just a fun little thing that I thought about doing because the I know what I forgot to talk about. Let's actually this down. Okay, so in case you didn't know, because it was kind of random, they spoiled some cards from Strixhaven, and it's a guild set. I think these are the enemy colors, right? I'm a bit not savvy in terms of MTG naming, but I think these are enemy. Yeah, these are the enemy colors. So it's an enemy combo set. Pretty cool. However, these commands, like the Arzov one, the Simic one, and the Boros one, are kind of crappy. The Boros one probably sees plain standard because it does have meaningful modes. The Arzov one, not being an instant means that this combat trick's kind of crappy. CMC2 for a 4 mana spells, not great. Then draws a card, which is fine at best. It's 4 mana. Like the issue with commands is that the mana cost of commands should be the sum of 2 of any of its modes plus 1. And drawing a card costs 1. Opponent sacrificing a creature costs maybe 2. Returning something to the battlefield costs 1. And pumping this much costs maybe 2. So we have 2 modes that cost 1. Doesn't seem too good. And the modes themselves just aren't great, I think. The Boros one creates a creature. You can... This probably has a name, where you buff your entire team and give them power. It giving haste is kind of cute, but even then, this is 5 mana. I doubt you're playing multiple spells. The last mode's pretty cool because it allows you to draw into more gas by sacking like an extra land. So it's pretty cool. And the Helix is also pretty cool, especially because condition 1, the damage doesn't depend on condition 2, or rather condition 2, the life gain doesn't depend on condition 1. So you can deal damage to something and gain life, and if the damage doesn't go through, you still gain life. That's cool. And also target your opponent if they're doing something weird, which does have its value. Then the Simic command bounces something, counters artifact or enchantment. You can put counters on a creature, or you can shuffle shit into your library. Actually, someone can shuffle shit into their library. So this is a pseudo graveyard hate spell, which is kind of cute. I just think that the counter spell, instead of being countered these specific spells, it should be a mana leak. Like if this were a mana leak, or even a mana leak that has attacks of 2, this spell would be much more interesting. The Golgari one, it's very weird because it's a sorcery, and the nerf, the creature nerf, is very combat trick heavy, -3, -1. I guess that if it were -2, this card would be insane. That's really good removal while doing something else. The mill and then putting a land into your hand is kind of cool, because if we're talking modern, this means that your fetch, you can just put a fetch land in hand, because you probably used one. The drain seems like a nice floor. The destroy target non-creature non-land permanent with CMC2 or less is weirdly good in modern. It's Vile, Amulet, Renin 6, What else? Probably it's more shit that I'm not even thinking about. Um, I always need to look into actual decks. I'm really bad at thinking. Takes care of a lot of shit from Hammer Time. What else? Well, that's about it. But still, that's a lot. That's a lot of hits for a command. And then the one that I wanted to talk about, the Izzet one. I'm not gonna lie, this one looks really good. You either shock something, you loot, you create a treasure token, or destroy artifact. This seems like a really good choice for artifact hate in Izzet Spellslinger decks. Because you have a shock attached, which is always valuable. You can loot looking for specific cards, and at its floor, like this treasure creation mode is really weird, but it basically reads this spell costs 3, but you get 1 mana back. That's really interesting. That's interesting enough for me to think that this plus Izzet Charm as removal plus looting could actually make this deck better. Like instead of playing lava darts and firebolts, or I don't know, maybe you cut, like maybe you just cut these 3 and play 3 of those commands, and now suddenly you have a very mid-range plan with tons of control and tons of value in your spells. I don't know. It seems like something that could see play. Yep, they show this. They also show these. Oh, they're not here. Don't we get to see them? Ah, here it is. Mystical Archive. They basically are making masterpieces, but instead of being in very occasional boosters, they're in every booster. And there's Japanese variants with insanely clean art. Like this is Swords to Plowshares, this is fucking Opt, and this masterpiece is Demonic Tutor. And these Japanese ones can also come out in English packs of collector boosters. So this set's gonna be cool. The cool part here is that you can draft with these, so you can play these in limited. And at 1 in every pack, it means that you're probably seeing them somewhat frequently. Seems like a cool concept. Alright, so Phoenix is talked about. I am going to play Burn. Surprise, surprise. I was thinking that I might go in this direction of playing no Skullcracks in the main board. Do I really want to bend over and lose to Batterskull that much? How's game 1 against Batterskull? Basically go fast, right? Like Searing Blaze is really good against Stoneforge. Even against Batterskull, to be honest. Might be hard to equip. I still think I need, I think I need to beat Taxes too much to want to play it like this. Like Taxes and Humans seems too hard to beat. Like regularly, if you catch my drift. So I like to include Hushbringer, just because it makes those bad matchups slightly not as bad. All right, so this looks like a league. Let's go for it. It's classic burn, blaze, helix, skull crack. All right, let's fucking go. I need to start actually opening my opponent's decks when I'm playing. Like I lose a lot when I just think I know every card my opponents could play, when I very obviously don't. This always scares me. Aryok champion is up 9 tickets. Jesus fuck. I should swap to the Magic Online payout. Alright. Ooh, on the draw. You don't love to see it, but it's life. Ooh. This hand's very greedy. Like, double Searing Blaze can be so dead. It's not even funny. I guess we keep, right? I mean, 2 lands. If I ever find a 4th land, I'm pretty unhappy. Well, this is a lot of card advantage, but I don't think I can risk double Searing Blaze like that. Okay, this is much better. The double Lightning Bolt, I'm putting Rift Bolt away. What am I putting away? It's either Rift Bolt or Lava Spike. Putting a Lava Spike away because I'd rather have the Rift Bolt earlier rather than later. I think that makes sense. It's prowess. And they have a Lightning Bolt, which I do want to get out of their hand. So this, I attack. Don't they have a Lightning Bolt? Might have Opt. Ooh, Pathway. Is this not? Is this not prowess? I wonder what this is then. Seaman Visions. Is this Storm? Oh, is this Storm? I hate this against Storm because I can't really play the Eidolon because they can Storm on top of the Eidolon. Swiftspear is a good draw. So I think the plan is play Swiftspear, attack. It is Storm. Okay. At least it's a good matchup. I'm shocking myself, which is a bit obvious. I thought it was prowess. I thought it was prowess, so I wanted to avoid shocking if possible. Might cost me because my opponent might not just play anything into this obvious shock land. They're playing nothing here. Interesting. Absolutely bolting face. I have another bolt and I want to be fast. Drawing another land here would be pretty great. Ooh. That is pretty great. Okay, so now I'm scared of Remand. Now I'm pretty scared of Remand on my Lightning Bolt. I think playing this Eidolon here is actually better. Does he have Remand here? Oh no. Is he looking for it, maybe? No, okay. Now, my idea was that now my opponent kinda has to deal with this fast enough that it doesn't deal 7. And for him to get a storm count of 2, Bolt is lethal. Okay. This is Gift Storm. Our game plan's pretty simple, I think. It's Path for Skullcrack. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I want the removal, and Skullcrack's both the least versatile and the least powerful spell in both angles. Like Helix goes to the board. Boros Charm is 4 damage. Alright, so we actually got a good matchup to start, but remember that Storm isn't a buy. They can actually do some mean stuff. Can actually do some mean stuff. If, like with their bounce effects, and now game 2 their lightning bolts. Playing into their hand can happen. This hand's very clean. This hand's very clean. I get to open with a creature, which is great pressure. I then get to have removal open. It's quite good. Ooh, Goblin Guide. I like that too. I'm fetching here first. Again, that deck thinning isn't a reason to run fetch lands, but it is a reason to play them earlier. Sometimes you click twice and he doesn't attack. It has happened before. Past in Flames, that's relevant knowledge. Best draw would be a Lightning Bolt. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have played Bloodstained Mire. I am running Searing Blaze. I am running Searing Blaze. Oh. That's new. Oh, that's actually sick. What is it? What is it? What's foretell spells? Oh, that's super cool. I'm gonna check it out. Check it out because again, it's probably a blue spell, right? It's probably a blue spell. Actually, I can look for. What blue spell is there? I'm assuming it's blue. Ooh, Behold the Multiverse. It's probably Behold the Multiverse, which is this card. If you don't know, scry 2, then draw 2 cards. It's 4 mana, but you can break it into increments of 2, basically. That should be it. Which leads me to think that maybe I want to play Eidolon. They have Past in Flames. They did that. So maybe they're setting up for something. Playing Eidolon here. It's a bit risky if they can kill it. Because they can kill it, they can go off. But I like this line, because next turn's cleaner for me. Because I can Swifty and go all in. Basically never not have Helix to play. And this might not seem too important, but this also kinda pressures him into playing that Foretold card. Oh, we didn't. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. I didn't want to shock to make it obvious that I have the removal. This Goblin Guide's really feeding them lands, which isn't the issue. The issue is that it digs for fuel. Okay, if they don't win this turn, I have lethal. We're probably gonna cast this now. Yeah, okay. Scry 2, draw 2. I don't love this spell. It's a bit too slow in my opinion. It's not like you're doing something very strong. Just drawing cards. Which is a dumb thing to say. Drawing cards is a very good effect, but I don't know. Doesn't feel worth it for the mana investment. There's a creature. And hopefully this doesn't mean remand. If that is a remand, I'm kind of screwed. But there's little chance that I could actually do something in this situation. Does resolve, cool. So he is pressured into doing something here. Or else I just win. I have exactly 11 gifts, yeah, I just win. That's cool. I have exactly 11. If I draw a spell, I have more. Storm must be really good right now, no? Maybe not. Yeah, no, mid-range is probably a very solid. Choose 2 cards to put in the graveyard. It's always rituals. Sometimes there's situations where that's not true. But doing the rituals is always a good choice. But this is just lethal. If my math's correct, which it is. Okay, cool. Cool. So, a quick win against Storm. My advice for this matchup is that don't be too eager in slamming down Eidolon. As you saw, it's very easy for them to have an answer post board. So actually dropping Eidolon isn't game over. It's keeping removal up that's game over for them. It's very hard for them to actually beat you holding up removal. That's my advice, at least. I could actually... Maybe I should start writing these little tidbits for the potential sideboard guide. Maybe I should. He says while not actually doing it. Alright, second matchup. On the draw again. Ooh, but a very good hand. A little bit of... The mana base is a bit painful, but... I think we can make it work. Especially against control. Yeah, this is fine. Ooh, and actual Skullcrack there. It's really good. Opening up with Swiftspear. Likely playing Eidolon next turn. Depending on what my opponent does. Because if he leaves Mana Leak open, I can't necessarily play into his shit. If he plays something like yeah, this should be Stoneblade. Ooh, actually no. A bird? Oh no. That's scary. That's actually scary. This could be Heliod. So I do have the Eidolon, so I'm attacking here. He might path this. He's going to 4 mana, which is officially Coco mana. But I think I have to risk it here. Just in case it doesn't have Ghost Quarter. So it is Collected Company. Which sucks for me. Really does suck for me here. He's immediately casting Collected Company. Hopefully nothing too strong. I have Boros Charm to be annoying, but to be honest, like charming. Wow, that's actually it's actually a good hit. This is a great block for my opponent. This should be... Oh. Seriously? This seems very loose. Doesn't this seem very loose? What if I have double spell? Should block like this. Either way. Why am I doing this now? Is there any advantage to doing this now? Is there any advantage to doing this now? I can't save it. There's no advantage doing that now. Can't suspend this. So I kind of need to race here. Which is fine, because I do have double Skullcrack for that Batter Skull. Ooh, that knight should be attacking. That knight should be attacking. Taking a lot of damage from my own shit here. Actually a lot. More than I'd like. Do they have another Collected Company? Jesus, why do these people always have a bunch of Collected Companies? It's insane. It's actually insane. Gotta love it. Seems like a weird flex. Ooh, I could actually win here. If I draw land, I win here. Or no, ooh. I don't. Bolt is also interesting. I don't die. Yeah. Him gaining 1 life here is pretty irrelevant. Okay, sure. Could actually be a problem. I have 10. More. I can cast a lot of shit. I just need to survive. That's the hardest part here. And is he punting? No. Fuck. Fuck, my opponent isn't punting. My opponent isn't punting. They're quartering their own land. 10, they go up to 11. Them going up to 11 is actually a bit problematic. Am I just dead? I'm probably just dead, right? Even if I can't even bolt here. Let's take 2 damage either way. Block here. Need to skull crack this life gain. So I'm taking 3, bring down 8. Oh, he has enough damage to actually kill me. Hopefully he doesn't know. I need to bang on him not knowing that he can actually kill me. Like not attacking with everything for some reason. Hmm. My ticket to win here. So this is Selesnya value. So we can call it that. Him taking time here might be good. If he doesn't realize that I'm dead to known information. Well, like what could I even do? I couldn't actually do it. It just needs crack loose and swing. But he might miss it. Playing to my opponent's misplays isn't wrong per se. Like if he just cracks 2 clues, doesn't even need to pay life with the canopy. Just cracks 2 clues and attacks. This is a lot of life gain in the main board. It's kind of disgusting. Oh, I didn't crack the second one. Interesting. Yeah, that's lethal. Oh yeah, that's always lethal. So much time for that. All right. Vortex and Smash seems good. Do I want path? What am I pathing? Path and Hushbringer are my maybes. I think that my takeouts are... I don't want to take anything else out. I think that's just diluting my game plan too much. I do want Smash because Batterskull's like a real plan for them. And I honestly like Hushbringer more. I think it stops more. I think it overall... Sorry, it does more. Alrighty then. Ooh, this is a very bad hand. Double Hushbringer though. It doesn't stop the landfall. Doesn't stop the landfall. It's 4 lands. I can't justify this. Yeah, this seems much better. This seems so much better. Alright, so get a good start here. Hopefully this can translate to a win. No birds would be ideal, so I can play this Eidolon. I'd also like to find a land. Oh, that's not a bird. That's the land you don't want for a bird. Might be a path, which I will try to... Ooh, that's definitely a path. I'm gonna try and bait it out. Making it look like I kept a 1-lander. Oh no. Wait, he shuffled it away? Because he has one. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's very cool. Now I have Eidolon, which starts applying pressure. Whatever they play here gets killed by Searing Blaze. Fetches Batterskull, yeah. No, Searing Blaze for full value. Ooh, and Lightning Bolt. Actually like that a lot. He's down to 10 already. Okay. Now come the real questions. Does he have a Knight of Autism? If he has a Knight of Autism, I'm kind of happy. He does. Let it hit the board, we'll let him choose gain for life. Then we just go, nope. Actually fetching a basic here seems like a good option. They do run path, but it's kind of not the direction I want to go in. If I find Searing Blaze, I win. If I find removal, I win. Heck, if I find creature, I win. That's a Searing Blaze. Cool. Basically no chance. Took us to turn 4, but we played some control elements. Ah, that curve was disgusting by my opponent, by the way. I just like Eidolon on the draw, not gonna lie. I think I kinda prefer this on the draw. Hopefully that's not overboarding. A very good hand. Hopefully this doesn't make too noise, my shuffling about. This is a very risky hand. Can I justify keeping this? beats with Swifty, turn 1, has Bolt for turn 2. Can I justify this? Fuck. I think that in this matchup I have to keep this. Sorry if anyone in chat gets triggered by this. Which I know is a recurring theme on my streams. Me keeping one-landers. Just tilting people. No bird, but a path. Which I will take. This draw is actually interesting. Come on, opponent. He takes it like a man. Just have Stoneforge here. Wait, nothing? Oh, sweet Jesus. Still just attack. What could he have here? Oh, no green. Okay. I like taking risks. Apparently, so does my opponent. I had a very good hand. I actually had a very good hand. With that smash, Batterskull doesn't take over the game. Double Helix means I can win pretty much any race. Path for big butt creatures, and Bolt just to keep the board clear. I had a really good hand. Again, consistency is king. That's why I like Playburn, because the deck is just very consistent, and you just do your thing. And as you saw, if your opponent... Oh, I'm actually on the play. This is scary. I've been winning games on the draw. Four 1-drops, 2 of them creatures, chat. No, this is a keep. You know this is a keep. Has to be a keep. I have Skullcrack to beat any life gain. Double creature is also really good. Oh no, it's Ponza. Which I can actually take pretty well. Never fails. Oh, it's actually Jun Ponza. Which is cute, per se. One of my creatures is dead. Hopefully no moon. Although if he does play moon, I'm kind of fine. He discards 2 spells. He doesn't know. Ooh, no shock. Oh, retarded. Of course not. He just bone crushes my Goblin Guide. Ooh, that's actually interesting. If he tries to... Okay, so he's not that bad at the game. I think this is correct. I need that Drift Bolt out of my hand ASAP. Unless he plays Moon here. Oh, I should have played around Moon. That was dumb of me. Should have played Boros Charm to play around Moon. Unless he doesn't find Moon. Can terminate my Swiftspear here. Actually kind of annoying, but not the worst case scenario. Kolaghan's Command. Now that's annoying. I need to discard Helix because if they find a Clothis, I need a turn to beat Clothis. Okay, that's good. So I'm in a very good position right now. This is John Ponza. Which I can get a list because I've seen this on Twitter. Where are my John Ponza mates at? I saw it earlier today. I can definitely find a list. Seasoned Pyromancer is the tamest shit you could play here. The Arbor Elf's actually attacking. It's lovely. That's lovely. Untap. Okay, so I kind of don't want to tell him that if he actually plays Moon, it's good, so I don't want to play the second Boros Charm. Ponza, Ponza, Ponza. Can I please just find the list I was looking? Here it is. Look at this beauty. Wait, why does this list play Valky? Not gonna. Ooh, Collective Brutality in the side. And Baloth. That could actually be annoying. Basically, need to play Vortex here. Ashbringer seems kinda loose. Searing Blaze does do some stuff. I think I'm cutting some Boros Charm. Just because of the moon. Although this list doesn't play moon, but... Oh, it does, okay. It does play Blood Moon. So yeah, I think that playing around moon is a nice decision here, especially after winning game 1. Don't need to take the risk, just need to try and be more consistent than my opponent. Again, it's all my deck does, just be more consistent. Sand has Vortex. Ooh, I actually should have cut Eidolon. Eidolon's kinda crappy here. No white. No white. And a Vortex in hand. I gotta keep it. This Vortex is too valuable to shuffle away. And I'm on the draw. Everything's fine. Dork. Yep. It's fine. Am I killing the... Ooh, am I killing the Arbor Elf? I'm actually killing the Arbor Elf here. Seems very fine to kill the Arbor Elf there. He has to shock to Collective Brutality here. You name black or red? This deck shouldn't have answers to my... I want to play Eidolon here. I have a feeling that my Eidolon just doesn't live right. Am I fine with never playing this Eidolon though? Do I rather Guide and Bolt? I think I actually prefer doing this. It's a very aggressive play. That bailout's gonna hurt. Just plays bailout here. Do I trade with the bailout? No. Okay. It's a vortex. Now we play the slow game. His Bloodbraid Elves are now nerfed. And there's the secret tech of him not noticing that. If he tries to race me, I think I'll take the bait. It is a Bloodbraid Elf. Oh, it's a Seasoned Pyromancer. Sure. I'd have preferred if it were a Bloodbraid Elf, to be honest. Fatal pushes that. Interesting. Ideally, I find land here. Need to kill that Seasoned Pyromancer, or else this is gonna be hard to race. Ooh, it's a lot of damage coming from that side. It's 8 damage. It's 8 damage coming from the other side. Can I survive this somehow? I double bolt, he goes to 10. I'm taking 8. I don't have an extra turn. However, if I do play the Eidolon here, I'd be able to delay this enough. I can block like this, and basically with this vortex on the field, I'm fine with delaying the game. Although if he K commands here, I'm kind of screwed. Let's just attack with everything. I have to block the bailout. When I actually don't have another turn, this is 8 damage. So I'm dead in my upkeep. It's a problem. That's a problem. Can't realistically deal. Ooh, no, I can. Ooh, if I find a land, I'm actually fine. Not fine. Can still play stuff here to kill me. Unless he plays a Bloodbraid Elf here. And actually casts the spell. Goes to 11. Still can't kill him though. Sure. Oh, that's actually... Oh, that's actually a pretty good play from my opponent. Because now if I find land, I'd still die. Yeah, that's 7 on the dot. I do find land. It's a tad too late. Alright, so Eidolon. Ooh, but Eidolon on the draw is actually better. So now I actually like my boarding. Yeah, now I actually like this. Not a big fan of Eidolon in this matchup. Oh, maybe... Maybe I am doing this. Maybe I am doing this. Something tells me that my opponent does not play Moon post-board. Watch me eat those words now. These are racing hands with Skullcrack. I can nullify a bailout. I lost game 2. Like that. Sprawl. Okay. Sprawl for black. Could have collective brutality. Collective brutality here would actually be really strong. Actually be really strong. Okay, go. Oh, and Blood Moon here would be so good. He named Black though. Him naming Black puts me at ease, basically. Like a K command. I actually think I discard a land if he K commands, just because I can. This is why playing Boros is very valuable. It's just a collective brutality. Seriously. Jesus. I am cracking here. Like, actually nullifying these two could be very important. He takes Boros Charm, I think, which is actually relevant given he's at 14. Takes Helix, that's interesting. Oh, that's a lot of mana for next turn. Ooh. It's actually a very interesting draw. Actually a very interesting draw. Might be able to actually close this off. Bailoff is still a beater. Like, this kind of saves me here, I think. This 8. Still need one spell. Still need one spell here. It's not ideal. Oh, that's not ideal at all. Fast lands don't save me. Shock lands are very dangerous. I think I can assume that I only have one more untapping phase. But actually, Boros Charm here is actually cute because I can do it on my upkeep if he leaves me at 1. This is a very close game. Sorry, Tkun, I'm just reading what you said now. Yeah. A vortex can be somewhat awkward in racing situations. Like, I definitely don't advise bringing it in some matchups. Or rather, in matchups such as this, can definitely be awkward. It's basically it's bolt or bust, to be honest. Come on, lightning bolt. Oh, chat, we did it, chat. It was triple Boros Charm. Those Searing Blades would have been awkward. Okay, hey, yeah, that was tight. It was very tight. Still, I wouldn't call it lucky. Like, I was drawing a lot of 2-mana spells. That was actually awkward until I drew the bolt there. That was one of the good ones. I definitely don't think my opponent could complain about variance either. Like, he found collective brutality into Bailoff. Like, that shit is scary. This sounds great. That's actually great. No, this is Dredge. Poopy Dredge. I think Dredge is the only deck that plays those, right? Could still be something else. Right, it could still be. It could totally be something else. They aren't gonna play Mountain into. Not even a Shockland. Come on, Dredge. Jesus Christ, how many did he keep? Did he keep 7? He mulled to 6. Oh, that's a strong one. He can Ox next turn. Wow. I'm basically dead here. Basically dead. He can Ox next turn. And just do his thing. I don't care about this trade. To be honest, I could have played Guide Suspend Rift Bolt. His Ox dredges 1,000. And then I die. Oh, okay. I lose here, right? He's going up to 22. Notably, no. Wait, I can. Maybe I'm not dead. Maybe I'm not dead. Maybe I'm not dead. Is killing the Ox even good? He dredges the rest. I guess. Ox is so annoying though. Ox is so annoying. Yes, Conflagrate. The Yard. He just Oxes again. Oh, he mills first. Now the Amalgams trigger. What's my plan? Vortex for sure. Do I want Path for Ox? I feel like Ox actually pushed the deck into near unbeatable with creatures. So like I kind of want to side out my creatures. Ooh, Hushbringer is actually pretty good here. Hushbringer is actually pretty good here. Like 2 path. I don't think I want Vortex. Chill doesn't trigger Vortex. Yeah, no. He Conflagrated? Seriously? You should attack opponent. Come on. That's lethal. Yeah, okay. I can't 14 him. Ooh, even with a bolt coming. Okay, so here's the plan. Eidolon's useless, Goblin guy's useless, Swiftspear's useless, Searing Blade is weirdly useless. Of course I can't swap out all of these. Goblin Guide probably wins here because I do have to keep up mana. And a couple of Searing Blades. I'm actually prefer. Okay. Seems like a good plan. Seems like a good plan. Yeah, Chill isn't cast, which is probably the biggest punt from Wizards of the Coast ever. Probably not the biggest, but it's a big punt. Like shit like that should always be cast. I should be able to interact with spells on the stack. The fact that neither Narcomoeba doesn't that let us skullcrack it though? I mean, it would let us skullcrack either way, right? If the spell reads, if this spell is milled, you may cast it from your graveyard without paying its mana cost, we could still answer it on the stack. Like, I don't even... Like, sure, Vortex would be cute, but I don't even mean that. It's like control decks are boned against Creeping Chill, because they cannot interact with it. You know, sure, burn players have burn players have a little war against control players, but realistically speaking, I think it's pretty bad design when you can't interact with your opponent's things. Yes, I would like to go first. Hush is really good in this matchup. Hush is really fucking good. But this doesn't beat Creeping Chill. But he also probably... He also probably keeps... he also probably keeps a hand that can beat Rest in Peace. And I'm doing something weird, which is I'm shocking here. That maybe he thinks I actually have Rest in Peace in hand. Something like tapped land here would be pretty cool. I don't think he brings in Lightning Axe. I don't think he does. Lightning Axe seems not great in this matchup. Oh, it's just the Ornn. Just the Ornn. Okay. That's actually kind of awful. Well, I've been meaning to test Hushbringer against them either way, so this is a nice test. Because I think it's good. Ox doesn't do jack shit, and creatures don't trigger Prized Amalgam. Like, and this has lifelink, which is actually pretty relevant. So I think I might actually be in a decent situation. Again, if this is actually a good spell to have here. The Reunion, going for 1,000 things. Oh, that was actually a conflagrate. Fuck. Oh wow, that's actually problematic. That's legitimately problematic. I probably just lose now. Yeah, he has it. Oh, that was a bummer. The Amalgam joins the fray now. He can do Ox. Yes, 2 Bloodcast. Jesus fucking Christ. I think this is it. I think this is it. Yes, 2 Amal. Yeah, this is definitely it. Okay. Oh, Ox right now. Sure. I think Hushbringer is actually decent. It's It's actually decent because I'm gonna concede here. No way I win this. Um, a little bit too late. He was at 12, right? He's at 12. With this Skullcrack is at 12. I untap. I land. I double Searing Blaze. The things that don't have haste. So Ox and... so I think I probably still die to Creeping Chill. Dredge is still hard. Nothing new there. As I was saying, I think that Hushbringer is actually good. Like, their deck doesn't work nearly as well, and they don't play that many copies of Conflagrate, even though they mill a lot, so it's like they draw a lot. They still need to hit it. And it feels harder for them to play through a Hushbringer than through a Rest in Peace, is all I mean. Because their removal for Hushbringer is harder to cast. But this game also highlighted why I don't like tempo negative plays. Like, my opponent just killed my hate piece and carried on, which is a bit awful. I'm willing to bet he also had something to kill Rest in Peace with. Win some, lose some. I'm not gonna be mad about losing against Dredge. But maybe... I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't be keeping those hands, like, to test shit out. It's a corner case. I shouldn't play for them. They're there, like, as a little upside rather than being my main plan. I think against Dredge I need to mull to, like, at least 5. Find Surgical. This hand is awful. It's a fetch. Because this is a fetch, I don't like it as much. But this hand's pretty good if I find a land. And even at 18 lands... Oh, I'm gonna keep this. Oh, I'm so gonna keep this. And before you tell me I'm retarded, remember, keeping one-landers on the draw is fine. Mathematically, it's quite likely you draw your second land on curve, and it's Tron. Fuck me. Ooh, this is valuable information. It's actual Tron, not Eldrazi Tron. Oh, great. As I was saying, it's very likely that I draw my second land by my second turn. This being Tron makes me a bit uneasy because I don't have as much time to comfortably find a land. Oh fuck, being on the draw against Tron is awful. Especially keeping an Eidolon hand against Tron. We the burn community need an agent infiltrated in Tron so that they can play Gigantha. Like, they need to be the only deck playing Gigantha so we can exploit them. Now Eidolon doesn't even look as good. That's how sad it is. Oh, that's actually very good for me. They don't have Tron next turn. Oh. Me neither, though. Alright. So I lose game 1 against Tron. I took a risk. Can't be too mad. Just playing to get some info. I'm pretty sure it's regular Tron, but... Eidolon there would have been insane. Now you give me the land. Now you give me the land. Can I erase with this? This is 10. It's not enough. It's 1 short. It's actual 1 short. Best case scenario, my opponent doesn't have land. He needs to crack map with his Tron lands. Oh, actually he doesn't have Tron next turn. I might be in a decent position. But I do need to find land. Ooh, I didn't think about that. I need to find land here. Or else I'm screwed. What's my side going to be? Smash for sure. Yeah, that's okay. Can still play Karn. Little Karn. Okay, no Karn. That's good for me. Goblin Guide is interesting. Goblin Guide's actually interesting. Please no Thragtusk. Could still be a Thragtusk. And this is cool. If I find a land, I can still win next turn. Or if my opponent doesn't find life gain, that also works. Ugin is awful here. Thragtusk is awful here. Hey, is it a Thragtusk? Seriously? Oh, fuck me sideways. Guess we're back on the menu. Please no Karn. Come on, you had a Thragtusk. I find land. Ooh, that still works. That actually still works. Oh yeah, kill the Eidolon. Come on, kill the Eidolon. Yes. Of course, Karn into Trinosphere still kills me. I think he would have played Karn already if he had it. We kind of know he doesn't have it. Ulamog also kills me. Ooh, Karn killing a land also kind of kills me. Karn killing a land also kills me. I need to find a white source now. It's white source or bust. White source or bust. White source or bust. He has 3 mana, can't really do anything now. Come on, white source. White source, white source. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He actually might not even attack. But I think his Karn is always down ticking here. Come on, white source. Come on, white source. Boys, it's the white source. That was clutch. That was very clutch. Okay. That one was kind of lucky. I kept a wonky hand and didn't get punished. I will admit that one was kind of lucky. That one smash and probably vortex. What does vortex do here? Probably not enough though. I like this more. Okay, so now the bigger question is, can I get game 3? Because I don't think I'm getting game 2. I don't think I'm getting game 2. Ooh, actually, Tron opponent, please. Please, Tron opponent. Please. Please, Tron opponent. Ah, I had time. Cool. There's also an argument to play. This is gonna sound weird, but an argument to play Hushbringer. Oh, this hand's gas. There's an argument to play Hushbringer here, I think. No map. That's a map. Ooh, a sphere. I can deal with a sphere. I don't love that land. I'm actually gonna play it. I don't want to find any more lands anytime soon. Alright. Sanctum of Ugin. This guy shouldn't be drawing them lands. How many lands does Tron actually play? Is Tron in Goldfish? Tron. G-Tron. Amen, G-Tron. Ah, fuck, he has it. Still. Might mean, ooh. Might actually be in a very good position here. Fucking hell, another land. It's exactly what I didn't need here. I need a bolt here, or a Boros Charm. Is Boros Charm lethal? Yes. Yes, it is. Ah, fuck. My Goblin Guide betrayed me. Chat, my Goblin Guide betrayed me. Ooh, they might play Wormcoil. A target for my path would actually be okay. I go Wormcoil, I go land, smash the map, path the Wormcoil, attack. I have lethal on untap. A Wormcoil here would be the best for me. Karn would be a problem. I'm actually praying for a Wormcoil. Oh, yes. Sweet Jesus. Now I do need a good 2-drop. That ain't it, chief. That ain't it. Am I path? I'm obviously pathing this, by the way. I think I want to squeeze in this lava spike, right? I think I want to squeeze in this lava spike. I'm planning to play Sunbake next turn in case I need it. My opponent's at 3. I just need one spell. Need one spell. I'd assume they would have played Thragtusk if they had it. So I think it's safe to assume no Thragtusk here. I just need one spell. All I need is one spell. Is it gonna be the top deck of the... I have 5 lands on the field with 2 fetches cast. Played, I guess. And cracked. So I think that not drawing a spell here is actually what's unlikely. I don't think he has Thragtusk. It would be pretty bad of him to... Ooh, he could still draw it. True. I think if he had the Thragtusk, he would have played it last turn. Just because... Maybe... I'm assuming my opponent can read. Because the Thragtusk can't get pathed. And it gains life on ETB. I was tapped out. I think that you don't even need to be that decent. They play 18 lands? Seriously? Oh, my Tron opponent. Sylvan's Scrying? Tower? Ooh. I'm getting scared. Do they have the fucking Thragtusk? Fucking hell. How did they have the Thragtusk? How did they not play the Thragtusk? And another land. Okay. So last game, I clutched it. Now, not so much. Am I attacking here? No. If he calls my bluff and blocks the Goblin Guide, I'm still screwed. Yeah, I've basically surrendered this game. I needed a spell earlier. Yeah, drawing the 6th land was too much. And okay, let's be real. Can't really complain when it's just game over, isn't it? Can't really complain. The previous game happened. Right? I had no business winning that previous game. If I'm being real, is this a Wormcoil? I can't survive a Wormcoil. It's a Karn. Can't really survive a Karn either. I guess if I top deck Bolt into Bolt, my opponent just masturbating alone, I can still win. You know what they say, better late than pregnant. It's actually very weird. If I top deck Boros Charm. Wait, no, if I top deck Bolt, I win. Oh no. This exists. I should have attacked. Fucking hell, I should have attacked last turn. Should have attacked last turn. He was tapped out. No shenanigans happening. Because if I top deck Boros Charm now, I would have won. Ugh. Just salt the fucking wound. Guess he can wait, right? Yeah, he just pops that. I'm banking on him upticking Karn. I do have a way to win here. I need to top deck Lightning Bolt, Lava Spike. And because he probably downticks Karn on one of my lands, I can't be... And if he upticks, I'm ditching the land. Does he have mana? He doesn't have mana to go Ugin. Oh, but he can fetch Ballista. He can fetch Ballista and play Ballista for 1, which is enough to block. Oh, that's just cheating. Oh, come on, opponent. That's just cheating. You have Ugin, you play Ugin, you uptick Ugin. Thought not seer? Okay. Okay, very fun, opponent, very fun. Same board, I think. I don't love Roiling Vortex, but... I don't love it, but I think it's a necessity. It's better than Blaze and Eidolon. Okay, so this is the last game. I kind of won a game I shouldn't have. I lost a game I shouldn't have. Oh, this hand's insane. Double Guide is really good on the play against Tron. Just need a 1 mana spell. If he plays land map, I'm killing the map, by the way. I think that's worth it. Land... Ooh, he has a Thought Not Seer. That's actually valuable information. So, land map, I kill it. Land map, I kill the map. No map? Can I get another guide? Oh, that would be insane. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think another Goblin guide's the way to go. Not as mana efficient as something else, but let's just have natural Tron. That would be a tilter. He does. Okay. Okay. Just natural Tron, huh? Jesus. The thing is if everything goes right, he's never gaining any life. I'd actually like for him to wait. Yeah, him playing Thragtusk's probably fine here. Can probably beat a Thragtusk. Can probably beat a Thragtusk here. A Thought-Knot Seer here would be annoying. We cracks that. Interesting. So he doesn't have Tron here. Oh, so I'm in a very good position, am I not? If I find a land, I just win. Not even gonna crack this foothills, because if I find a land, I do win. Sylvan's crying for a land. For a Tron land, I assume. Which he does play. And does he cast anything with it? No. Okay. Can I... Wait, I'm bad at math. I'm just bad at math. I just win here. The Riftbolt was actually the worst draw. Jesus. Still basically unlosable because I suspend Riftbolt, say go, cast a Skullcrack on his turn. But that does leave me open to shit. Alright, back to form. Back to form, I would say. So, first matchup, Gift Storm. I don't think the matchup is a buy. I do think that you need to navigate it properly. However, Magic Online has a lot of Storm, so I've picked up on some good practice against Storm. Then the Selesnya value matchup was super tilting. That game one, he had Stoneforge, which sure is a mainboard card, but then he had the 2/4 that has a landfall, gain 1 life, and had Knight of Autism in the main board. That was tilting as fuck. And game 2 was just a race. Then game 3, he conceded after missing his green, so I'm assuming he was just greedy, so he kind of deserves that one. Then against Jund, Ponza, notably against Ponza, interesting matchup. That last matchup, that last game was very intense. Basically top decked exactly what I needed, but it was a bolt, so it's kind of... I have a lot of them. Then Dredge was just hard to watch, and even against Dredge, like I lost the second matchup against Dredge because of my poor boarding. I can't, or rather, my poor keep. I don't think I boarded poorly. I think I kept poorly. I kept the hand with low damage and just a Hushbringer. And Hushbringer is more of a card that I bring in because I don't have anything better. Instead of being a card I actively want to cast. I let myself get excited to try it, but it isn't great. It's like Rest in Peace has the potential for a blowout, which I don't enjoy, hence why I don't play Rest in Peace. And then Green Tron. Like, Tron is such a close, like, such a sweaty matchup. Especially when they're playing more than one Thragtusk in a main. Or maybe they're just playing one. It's still a hard matchup from time to time. Like, you can navigate it, but you can't necessarily just play it out because they do beat you with their card quality. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Their cards are insanely good. But yeah, Tron has the issue of not actually having Tron. So yeah, that was the league. Cool result. I like the list. Not gonna lie, I really like the list. This art is growing on me. I might have to get it in paper, but don't tell anyone. Yeah, good shit, good shit. So, it felt like today felt like no, it still felt like a lot of hate. Storm can hate me out. I mean, they can, but it makes their deck a bit worse. I think. I think that playing fetch Storm with Weather the Storm can bite you in the ass. Then Selesnya was just built to kill me. The Ponza deck had tons of tools against me, like Collective Brutality into Bailoff. Jesus fucking Christ! Somebody got hurt by a red player. Is all I want to say. And then Dredge, and then Green Tron. Still playing Thragtusk in the main, which I think it's actually fine. Like, it's good against Prowess too, because it's hard to remove. So I can't really complain about that one. But still, two decks that were just set out to kill me. And those matchups could have easily gone the other way, I feel. So this was a 4-1, but a bit shaky. Well, either way, this is going to be it. I'm not going to stream another league. Thank you very much for watching. Always a pleasure to stream. You can follow my YouTube channel where I post all my VODs. You can follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. And you can follow me on Twitter where I post whenever I'm going to stream and sometimes other stuff. Always Magic related. And see you next time.